Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry if the lighting is bad in this video. It's raining outside. I really wanted to get a video filmed today. The lighting just wasn't agreeing with me, so I just turned my lights on in my room. The window is still open. I let in some natural lighting, but I promise that the lighting won't be like this forever. And also, camera quality. I'm gonna be getting a new camera soon. Long story short, my camcorder is back in Virginia where I used to live with my sister. My sister's gonna send it to me and the quality of these videos is going to get a lot better. But right now I'm just using my phone. So if you want to see more videos from me but you notice that the quality sucks, that's gonna change very soon. So just hang in there until that's sorted out. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be my skincare routine, I guess. A lot of products here. I don't use all of these products every single day. I just kind of alternate it based on how my skin is feeling that day. Anyways, let me just give you a quick background on my skin. My skin generally is pretty good. When I was in high school, I used to get little bumps under my skin. I never really got acne, and if I did, it was just like here and there every now and then, like just a little spot. I never had like acne, but I did used to have very clogged pores, and I would have like a lot of little bumps under my skin. So in high school I started to take what's called retin-a. My skin is very easily clogged. I wouldn't say that it's sensitive, but I do have to exfoliate it very often, or else it will get clogged, it'll get just kind of congested, and I also scar very easily, which sucks. Even if I get like a spot, but I'll put a skincare product on it and it'll go away, it never comes to a head, it just like starts to come and then it goes away, I still get a mark. Yeah, it's annoying. So I struggle with scarring, which is also another reason why I have to exfoliate pretty much every single day. So the first things that I use at the end of the day, obviously I will wipe my face off. I use the Purity face wash by Philosophy. And I also use my Foreo. If you didn't see my previous video of the best things you can get at Walmart, this was on there. It works the same as a Foreo, gets in there, gets all of my dirt and grime and all of that nasty stuff off my face. Sometimes I will also use the micro delivery exfoliating facial wash by Philosophy. It's a very gentle exfoliator. It's got really tiny little exfoliators inside. It feels very smoothing. Like if you are using this and you like scrub your skin for, well, not scrub, but just, you know, gently exfoliate for about like 2 minutes, and you start to really like feel it almost dissolving away, and you rinse it all off your skin, it feels like a baby's booty. That's what it feels like. It feels like a baby's booty. It's perfect for exfoliating if you really want something that's going to exfoliate but not irritate your skin. It is very gentle, so if you have sensitive skin and you're looking for an exfoliator, recommend this because it's just amazing. It's amazing. That's all I gotta say. After I wash my face, make sure I get all of my makeup off, I will go in with the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. I used to think that this kind of stuff was a fad. I always thought that it was stupid because it's water, and I'm like, these people are basically selling water. I'm not that dumb. I'm not that dumb. I'm not that dumb. I'm not that dumb. But then I saw that Jess Conti was using it, and I trust her, and she was saying how it is very good at taking off all that extra makeup, and it's only $6, so I figured I'd give it a try, and oh my goodness. This stuff is awesome. It gets off my waterproof makeup, it gets off my mascara, gets off my leftover foundation in like the corners of my hair and stuff. Like, you know how like you get foundation like up there, like, yeah, it's a whole thing. It gets all that off of there. So if you're looking for something that will get off all of your extra makeup, I would recommend this, even though you probably already have this because everybody and their mother has this. This is what I use to remove the rest of my makeup. After that, I use 2 toners depending on what my skin is feeling that day. If it's feeling kind of irritated, I will go in, I just spilled some all over my leg. Let's close that. I'm stupid. If my skin is feeling kind of red, irritated that day, I will just use the Thayer's? I'm pretty sure it's Thayer's Witch Hazel. Yeah, everybody knows how great Witch Hazel is for your skin. It's nice and gentle, it's a great toner, evens out your complexion, soothes your skin. It is great. If I feel like my skin needs a little bit of a tiny bit of a refresh, if it's feeling kind of clogged, kind of bumpy, kind of hyperpigmented, if that's a word. I will go in with the Ordinary Glycolic Acid Toning Solution. This stuff is awesome. It is so cheap. It's ridiculously cheap. I want to say it's like $5. I might be wrong, but it's still very cheap. Maybe like $7 or $8. I'm not completely sure. You get, how many ounces do you get? 8 fluid ounces. You get 8 fluid ounces of this stuff, and it goes a long way. I have used this every single day for maybe about 2 or 3 weeks now. Maybe a month. I think it's been a month. And that's all that I've used. That's it. A little bit goes a long way. I just pour it on a cotton pad, wipe it all over my face. It does tingle a tiny bit. I really like that feeling. Personally, I like feeling like my skin products are working as opposed to just like kind of sitting there, because I can't really tell if it's like doing its job or not, you know what I'm talking about? What I will do next is go in with a serum after I tone and everything like that. I use The Ordinary. Now, The Ordinary is one of those brands where they are very cheap, but you have to know what you're doing in order to use it. Like, not saying that you have to be an expert or anything, but I have done a lot of research on my skin and what my skin enjoys, what my skin doesn't, what works for my skin, what works for the problems that my skin has. So you have to do a lot of research, because The Ordinary's serums and stuff, they're very concentrated in ingredients. They're very simple ingredients. They tend to just be like 1 to 3 ingredients, and that's it. And that's why they're so cheap, because it's just one ingredient in one little bottle. I personally use the niacinamide 10% and zinc 1% as a spot treatment for acne. If I feel like I'm getting a spot, I'll pop it on, and the next morning it's either gone or it's very much so diminished. I mix this and the Gran Active Retinoid 2% emulsion together. I will use these together on my husband's back, because he sometimes gets breakouts on his back. I used this on his back for maybe 3 nights in a row, and within the first day it showed improvement, but by the 3rd day his back was smooth, acne free. The next thing that I use is something that I have only started using the past few days, but from what I can tell, it is pretty darn good. Like I said, I used to use retin-a when I was a teenager, and because I switched insurances, I no longer have the prescription for retin-a. So I've been on the hunt for something similar, because that retin-a tends to be the thing that works the best, if not the only thing that will keep those bumps away. And I remember seeing a commercial for Differin Gel, and talking about how they have, it's like the only over-the-counter medicine that you can get with a prescription retinoid percentage, I suppose. I'm pretty sure that the percentage in this is still less than what I used. I'm pretty sure I used 0.5%. This only has 0.1%, but I still use it. Like I said, this is the Differin Gel, Adapalene Gel 0.1% acne treatment. Adapalene is a retinoid, for those of you who didn't know. And I had a few little bumps. Whew, I'm dropping stuff all day. I'm just dropping everything. Let me just throw one of these at the camera. I started to get a couple of little bumps under the skin, and I used this and it cleared those up. So that, in conjunction with a couple of my masks, I think is what knocked those out. So if you struggle with texture, if you struggle also with scarring, acne, anything like that, I definitely do recommend this. It's, I think, $12 at Walmart, so it's pretty darn cheap. If you're looking to get retin-a, I would try this first and see if this works for you. Depending on some insurances, retin-a can be very expensive. It can also be very drying. I would recommend, if your skin is not used to retin-a or retinoids or retinol or anything like that, I would recommend starting out very slowly. My skin can handle this. It doesn't get dried out by this, because it is so used to the concentration of retin-a that I used to use. But if your skin is not used to this kind of treatment, take it very slow, use lots of moisturizer, and don't do it too fast, because when I first started using retin-a, it dried the hell out of my skin. I was flaking. I was a reptile. By the end of the day, my makeup was flaking off. I would peel. It was like I was shedding my skin like a freaking snake. It was gnarly. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention, before I will put any products on my face, I will use this. I don't use this every single night. I only use it 2 to 3 times a week, because it's generally better for your skin to only do it 2 to 3 times a week. Again, I talked about this in my previous video. This is a microneedling roller. Yeah, If you guys want to see a video on why that is good for your skin, I will do a separate video on that. It will take forever for me to explain all of it, but basically I will roll this all over my face and then put my treatments on, so that is also something that I use. To top it all off, I use the Biosense Squalane and Vitamin C Rose Oil. I saw this at Sephora, and what drew me to it was the fact that it brightens and visibly firms your skin, and I was really drawn to the brighten kind of thing because I like having bright, dewy, moisturized skin, something that is going to fade my scars, help keep the acne away, you know, all that stuff. And so far it has been a dream. I will mix this in with my moisturizer in the morning. It helps make my skin glowy. It makes my foundation look so smooth. I don't know what it is that this does, but when you mix this in with your moisturizer in the morning, your foundation will go on, like I said, ridiculously smooth and buttery. Your skin looks so fresh and dewy. This makes your skin look flawless, especially like with makeup on top. It makes your skin look so healthy and radiant and supple, and I love this stuff. Love it. And as a moisturizer, I just use this CeraVe, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, CeraVe moisturizing cream. I have been using this since high school when I started using my retin-a, because this was the only thing that kept my skin moisturized throughout the day and it really combated that dryness that I was talking to you about. My skin still got dry, but with this it helped tremendously, and I've been stuck with it ever since. It is so creamy, and it is so thick and creamy, and it's really such a good moisturizer. It's very basic. You get it at Walmart. It's not anything fancy that you get at Sephora. It's got hyaluronic acid. It's fragrance free. It's got MVE delivery technology, controlled release for 24-hour hydration. Another reason why it helped my skin when it was super dry from the retin-a, because it continued to release moisture into my skin throughout the day instead of just slapping it on and being done with it, and then like 2 hours later your skin is dry as a desert again. This is a great moisturizer. Like I said, I've been using it for years, and it is my tried and true ride or die. I don't think I'm ever going to stop using this stuff. Now, as far as masks go, I've got a few masks, some drugstore, some from Sephora, but they are all amazing. I am a mask fiend. I am obsessed with masks. That's pretty much all I would spend my money on, honestly. Serums, oils, and masks. If I had a ton of money, that's all I would spend my money on. That's a lie. I'd spend it on clothes and makeup too, but you get my drift. You get what I'm saying. The top's a little wonky. I don't know why I did that. I think I broke it. I don't know. But this thing is all over the internet. It's all over Instagram. It's all over Pinterest. Not only because it's adorable and aesthetically pleasing, but it works. This is the Drunk Elephant TLC Sukari Baby Facial. I know, it sounds very fancy, and it is very fancy. It is 25% AHA and 2% BHA with chickpea flour. This next generation mask is an at-home facial that effectively yet gently exfoliates the pore lining and gets rid of dead skin cells with a whopping 25% AHA, 2% BHA blend of our dream glycolic, tartaric, lactic, citric, and salicylic acids. This pro-quality formula dramatically smooths texture and reveals a radiant, baby, soft complexion. This mofo is the most amazing mask that I've ever used. Like, out of all of these masks that I use, this one's probably my favorite because that's exactly what it does. You know those little bumps that I was telling you about? Well, I got a bunch of them on my forehead a couple of months ago. I don't know why. I don't know if it was a foundation I used. I'm not really sure. But I had a bunch of texture all over my forehead. I used this once on it. Just slathered that on there. Left it on for about maybe half an hour to 45 minutes. Rinsed it off. The next day, my forehead was flawless. Flawless. Yes, I know, that is a huge claim for a mask, for something to do overnight, but I swear to you, it got rid of my texture on my forehead in a day. Now, I'm not gonna say it's gonna do the same thing for you, because it may not, but for me, at least, it's a miracle worker. After using this, your skin will be red, like immediately after, but that goes away after about half an hour, and you wake up the next morning dewy and fresh and glowing, and this thing is amazing. It does sting, especially if you're not used to acids on your face. It does sting a little bit, but that's when you know it's working. The next mask that I use, I haven't been using for a super long time, but I heard really good things about it, so I decided to buy it, and so far it's been pretty darn good. This is the Herbivore Blue Tansy Resurfacing Clarity Mask. This is what I use when I don't use my Sukari Baby Facial, because it is so high in acids that I don't want to use it every single day. Because one, I don't want my skin to get used to it and it not be effective for me anymore. And two, I don't want to irritate your skin because it's not good for your skin to use that much acid on it every single day. So this is a much more gentle version of that, basically. It is blue. It is very blue. I don't want to spill it because it is very, I don't want to, yeah, that's a bad idea. It is very runny. This bad boy is amazing for really smoothing out your skin and evening out your skin tone. My skin is red or irritated. A lot of times my skin will get irritated if I have my makeup on for too long. It'll just be kind of red, kind of just not happy. I'll put this on, and after I rinse it off, my skin is much more calm. It's a lot more even in texture and in skin tone. It's more even. And we all want more even. It's really good at calming down redness. It's really good at combating redness. I'm pretty sure that's the Blue Tansy. Very good at calming redness. It's got very gentle exfoliants in it, so it'll exfoliate your skin. It'll get rid of dead skin cells. It'll declog your pores, and as it says in the title, it'll resurface your skin. Last high-end mask that I use is, I love. You know what I'm talking about. You already know what I'm talking about. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. Glowing radiance and softening. I love this stuff. Not only does it come in the cutest packaging ever, it smells... I'm sure that looked really bad. I could smell this all day. I love the smell of this stuff. You honestly just need to try it once and it'll sell itself. Oh my goodness. When you use this, the next morning, when you wipe off all of that gunk that's left over, that's peeling off of your skin, it feels like you're peeling off the top layer of your skin, not in like a painful way, but it feels like all of like the top layer of your skin just came off in the middle of the night, and you're just wiping it away to reveal new, fresh, beautiful, baby soft, glowing skin, and your makeup goes on like butter. Holy guacamole, this stuff is so good. It is so good. Like I said, it smells like watermelons, like fresh, juicy watermelons. Technical difficulties, hold on. There we go. This mofo is just, oh, it's my baby. I hope I never run out of this. I've repurchased it probably about like 2 or 3 times, which is not bad because it's not that expensive for a Sephora product. It's really not. It does go a long way because it's very, I'm gonna open it again and then have technical difficulties with putting the top back on again, but it's very jelly. It's like jelly. It's basically like jelly. I hope I don't want to waste any of it. Yes, if you are looking for something that's going to gently exfoliate your skin while at the same time hydrating your skin and leaving your skin like a baby's booty, would definitely recommend this guy right here. The last things that I'm going to show you guys are some clay masks, both drugstore, both really inexpensive, and the first one is the L'Oreal Pure Clay Mask. When I saw that L'Oreal was coming out with masks, I turned my nose up to it. I don't know why, probably because in my mind, L'Oreal's a makeup company that doesn't really specialize in skincare, and so whatever skincare they come out is gonna be really gimmicky and like not actually work. So when I saw that they came out with these, I wasn't really interested. But then my friend Bonnie told me that this mask is super great at evening her skin tone, declogging her pores, and getting rid of acne, and shrinking acne, and drying out acne. And whenever we get a little breakout, we want something to make it go away ASAP. That's what this thing does. I bought it as soon as she said that it was good because I wanted to give it a shot, and holy crap, this is good. It smells like charcoal. It smells like straight up charcoal because that's what it's made of. This is a very gentle clay mask. It does harden, but not to the point where you feel like you're gonna get your face sucked off, which is what this other mask does that I'm going to tell you about. It is amazing at shrinking acne. I had like a tiny little friend right here the other day, used this. The next day it was just about gone. Like the texture of it had gone down, the redness had been calmed, and it was barely there the next day. It was basically just like a tiny little spot on my face, and then it went away the next day. The last thing that I wanted to show you guys was this. Now I'm sure you guys have seen this guy before, so I won't talk about it too much because I'm sure you've probably heard all about it, but this is the Health and Beauty Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay Mask, world's most powerful facial. And holy guacamole, yeah, that's what it is. As you can see, it comes in a powder. You mix it with apple cider vinegar. I know it sounds scary, but apple cider vinegar is actually very good for your face. If you can hear my husband, I apologize. I'm almost done. When you use this, it hardens and sucks out. You feel like it's pulling all of the gunk out of your pores. I only use this about once a month because it is a very, I don't want to say harsh, but it is a very intense treatment for your skin. I feel like it's just pulling out all the blackheads, pulling out all the gunk, just all of the crap that has been building up in your pores. This thing sucks it all out, and then when it hardens and you rinse it off, it acts as an exfoliator, so it's like doubly effective. Double effective. Doubly effective. I don't know. But yes, this stuff is amazing. It gets rid of all of my acne, all of my clogged pores. It's fantastic. Now I will say it is a little bit not painful, but it is, like I said, very intense. So be gentle with yourself with it. Take your time in getting it off because it's serious. It means business. So that completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe, leave me a comment, click like, you know, all that stuff, all of that jazz, all that paraphernalia. You know what I'm talking about. You know what to do. I'm just gonna stop talking right now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.